Okay, here's a brand new G&L Legacy Tribute, and got the G string tuned there. We're gonna come down with the tremolo, see where it comes back up to. Comes up back up to G, so that's cool. Let's try it again. We'll go up, and it comes back to G sharp. It got stuck. So it's good in the going down, it comes back up to the resting point, but when you pull up it doesn't come back down. And it feels like it's not operating smoothly. And if you look, you can see that that's rubbing on the finish. It's like they cut the hole right, but when they sprayed the finish kind of globbed up there on the, it's hitting it. So I'm going to take it all apart, file it down, see if we can fix it. Took the springs out of the back and unscrew those studs, and you can see there's a lot of stuff that they didn't clean out. So I'm going to just take some files. I got some little diamond needle file. Smooth it over, just a little smooth over here. You clean these suckers out at the factory, but the American-made ones are probably cleaned up nice, and they're about $1,500. These go for like $500, but I got one for Alright, so now when you press it down, it comes back up flat. When you raise it up, it stays good. I think it needs to be raised up a little bit and put a neck shim in there. That's what I'll do next. Shim the neck. But I took the nut slots were really deep. So I took file, took a bunch of the material off the top with this type of file, and kind of widened the slots with some of these frets files. And then smoothed it over with a mill file. and a little 800 grit sandpaper. And it's a work in progress. Next shim coming up. So the other thing that happens when you get a import guitar this cheap is high string action. I mean, I can play it and it sounds good, but it's not comfortable and I can't really play really fast, and I'm not used to string action like this. So now it's time to shim the neck. I can make these, but it's 100 degrees outside, and I'm just not going to go outside right now. You can get a 3-pack of neck shims. You got a 1 degree, 0.5, half a degree, 0.25, quarter of a degree, 22.70. So it's like $7.60 per shim. It's worth it. They already got the holes in them. So I'm going to take the neck off. I'm actually going to work. This is the other thing. This is supposed to be at 3/16 of an inch off the body, and it's way. The guy who set it up lowered it to 1/8 of an inch, and he lowered these saddles too to try to get the string action a little lower, but it's still not low enough. So. And I think it's binding up a little bit. It's not working like it should because it's too low. So with the neck shim, I'll be able to lower the action and raise this, and I should have a fantastic guitar here in a little bit. Alright. So it's perfectly cut for a Strat. Don't need to shape it or anything. Just going to set it there and screw it back together. Alright, so carved out the body cavity a little bit so that didn't rub. Put in a neck shim so that I could get the tremolo up to 3/16 distance from the body. And it took a little nut filing. And as far as it staying in tune now, when I dive down, it comes right back up to G. I messed around with the springs a little bit. I put a different spring in. When I go up, I can go all the way up to A sharp, like the spec calls for, but it stays a little sharp. When you push down again, it goes back where it should. So I'll still try to work on figuring that out. All in all, it's a great guitar. It's beautiful. I really love the trem arm. Now it has a set screw, so you can adjust the tension on it. And you don't need to screw it in and out, you just push it in, and you can tighten it if you want it to just stay right where it is, or you can loosen it if you want it to just flop around. The radius is 12 inches, just like my Gibson's, which I love. The frets are medium jumbo, just exactly like the USA made G&L Legacy. There's the same frets. I went to the music store and played the American made G&L Legacy, and I liked it. I like the feel of it, and I like the wider radius of the fretboard and the jumbo frets. When I go from a Gibson to a Fender, the only difference is the scale length, which is nice because I like the satin finish on the neck. It is finished. It's not raw wood, but it's got a real satin finish to it, and the neck is really thin, and it's a little bit more narrow than a Gibson. So even though the scale length is longer, because there's a little less wood, my hand can wrap around it better, and it's a nice transition. Well, I really like it. It's the made in Indonesia G&L Legacy Tribute, and I would recommend it. It took a little work, a couple hours worth of work to get it where I can play it and enjoy it, and it sounds really cool. Thanks.
Bye.